If God could make a carpenter, it would be Faber.
Fabelicious. He's been coined Fabelicious, and I think it fits.
Sorry, Ty, sorry, Carter, sorry, Wen, but Faber is a real craftsman.
Can you tell I have a slight crush? It's so obvious.
He's very talented.
I grew up in England, born in Scotland. Originally, I was studying marine biology. As a kid, I used to see Jacques Cousteau, and I was really into marine biology. And so I went to University of Hawaii and studied marine biology, and it was my passion. Funnily enough, I was in Paris one day, and I was walking down the Champs-Élysées, and I saw Jacques Cousteau walking down with his wife. And I was like, oh my God, it was sort of like a kid today seeing Kobe Bryant walking down the street. It was the same effect. And I saw him, and I walked up to him, and I was like, very polite. I said, excuse me, Mr. Cousteau, I mean, I just want to tell you. And he goes, go away, leave me alone. And I was floored. It was like, you know, my idol had just like... I'd been in Los Angeles 9 years, and almost as soon as I arrived here, I met this really interesting guy who's my best friend, Steven, and he asked me if I wanted to be business partners with him as I was in furniture as well. And together we kind of got onto this sort of Japanese, sort of minimalist kind of furniture design style.
Antiquing is a process used by furniture makers when you want to make a new piece of furniture look old. The first step, obviously, is taking your new piece and painting it. You got to put a couple coats on because you want it to have that buildup of paint. After the paint's dried, then you want to put the shellac on it. And it dries in 15 minutes, and then you just take some sandpaper and lightly scuff up the edges where, through time, an old piece of furniture would have gotten knocked or rubbed or felt.
What's there not to like about Faber? We saw an audition tape from Faber in his workshop.
This is Faber speaking. This is the showroom.
He was the type of person you immediately feel some sort of connection to.
This is Jake, my dog. 2.5-year-old white lab.
Faber is a very talented carpenter and a great communicator.
To use the word carpenter, it's kind of a blanket term. I don't like to think of myself as a carpenter. I'm a furniture maker, and the difference is being that I think I pay a lot more attention to finer details and the construction of furniture. Like, you get cabinet makers, you get carpenters, and you get furniture makers. Those are just three of many areas of the whole field. It's amazing. Coming from England, if you work with your hands, you're thought of as a tradesman, and it has a really kind of low kind of esteem to it. And I think people now, because there's so much stuff that's mass-produced, that there's very few people that actually work with their hands. And I think people are starting to appreciate handmade stuff a lot more. That's the show. It's 2 days, it's $1,000. And at first, it really frustrated me, but now I see it as a challenge. And that's the best way to look at it.
So you could rig it up and cut any length on a diagonal.
Yeah. I have 11 to 17 minutes a day for lunch, and that's all the time I take, and it's non-stop the rest of the time. I don't stop because I want to put my extra time into it to make pieces that I can, you know, just add a little bit more and give them something which is has a little bit more integrity. It's different because, well, first of all, there's a camera on you. You can do things with your eyes closed a million times, and as soon as the camera's on you, it's like you're gonna put on a leg upside down, or you're just gonna do that. I know what I'm doing.